Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video we're going to look at how to find the traces of a plane that contains this hexagonal lamina using method number one. So let's looking at it here. We can see our lamina as a hexagon when we look from above, so in our plan view, and here it is on projected onto the plane in our elevation. So there it is on the plane in elevation and in plan, and there you can see it in 3D. So what we're trying to find is the horizontal trace here and the vertical trace here for the overall plane that this hexagonal one is sitting on. So method one is where we extend any edge onto the primary planes of reference. So the horizontal plane giving us the horizontal trace and the vertical plane giving us the vertical trace like that. So let's do exactly that. So we're going to pick two edges and we're going to extend them first of all onto the horizontal plane to get the horizontal trace. So I'm going to pick this edge here and extend it both in elevation first of all to find where it hits the ground, and then in plan view to find that location in our plan view. So in this case here I'm labeled up my points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in plan and elevation, which helps kind of keep track of our points. So I'm going to extend 4 and 5 onto the ground, so there's where we see it on our XY line in our elevation, project it down to our plan, and we extend 4 and 5 in our plan view to give us our point on our horizontal trace. Then we do the exact same thing with another edge, so in this case here, edge number 2 and 1, to give us a second point on the horizontal trace. So then 2 and 1 extended in our elevation until it hits the XY line representing the ground in elevation, which we project to our plan view and extend 2 and 1 to find as our point on our horizontal trace. So we connect up the 2 points to give us the horizontal trace, and then we can find the vertical trace. So that's the plane as you will be seeing from above. So we extend on our edges onto the vertical trace. So we just need to be careful about picking which point, because some points you can see here won't give us, or some edges extended won't give us any points. Like if we extend 5 and 6 here, 5 and 6, well, it will hit the back wall, so 5 and 6 would give us a point on the vertical trace, but we won't be able to find that in our elevation, because if we were to bring it up into our elevation, because 5 and 6 is vertical, well, it's not going to hit it. So we just need to be a little bit careful with that. So in our case here, I'm going to extend on this top edge here until it meets the back wall, our vertical plane, giving us a point in our vertical trace, like that. So that's edge number 4 and 3. There's 4 and 3 there like that. There's where it hits the back wall, seen as the XY line looking from above in our plan view, which we project up, and 4 and 3 will extend on there, giving us our point on our vertical trace, giving us the vertical trace there like that. Um, and yeah, you can use a lot of the other lines. You know, again, we had the same issue with 3 and 2 because it's vertical. That wouldn't give us a point, but we could do the same with number 1 and 2. But you can see 1 and 2 extended would probably meet off out here, which by the time we'd bring up and extend out here, that would be up off our page. So it actually will give us a point, but it's just not a convenient point. So a lot of the time with these questions, it's looking at the question and saying, well, look, what's going to give us a convenient point? And that's one thing about method one. It's a very straightforward method, but sometimes the questions are designed where you really have to just make sure you know which edge to work from, or which edge will give you a point, but it will be off the page. So it's just a case of building up that familiarity, and you do get better over time with it. So that's method one for getting the VTH for our lamina.